All right. Good morning, everyone. Have a green day today after a pretty red day yesterday. Not too much good coming out of yesterday, though. Solely. Hey, what's up, Rob? Fox trying to bounce off the 200A. Yesterday looked pretty ominous. What if we start one of those bounces? Paylocity. Yesterday just lost a tremendous amount of price. Oh, MKC, new highs. Wow. Salt still works. Workday, there's one. And that's all for the actionable list. IBD had an article yesterday. Actually, this morning. Uber gets analyst love because they want to sell it. Why is it time to sell this top tech services stock? EPAM. They want you to sell EPAM. Let's check out EPAM. I don't see the article that they mentioned this morning. Stock futures point to rebound. Fang stocks rally after tanking money on antitrust fears. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it on their website, but on my phone it's here. Oh, it's the one I was just reading. They just had the title different for my phone than they did. All right, let's check out this antitrust. Oh, they don't say much about it. It's a small article. Coop. Coop was up on earnings after yesterday. Oh, look at that. Already way back down. Wow. They got a note here on Beyond. Looks like Nestle mentioned they were going to do a veggie burger, so they ended up tanking on the competition. So look at these rebounds today. See if there's something to them. CLR out of very low levels. Same with GNC, INS. Looks like Dead Cat bounces here. All these stocks at lows. Except for Trade Desk. There's the first one that isn't at a low. Airlease today with interesting little pattern going on. If the market wasn't hammered right now, this would be an interesting play. Hey, morning, Eli. Fox with a little mini gap up. Further drops in crypto, Justin? Yeah, probably. What's up, Nick? I haven't gone. I go through the crypto stuff after I do stocks, Justin. I'm not really up on. I poked at it a little bit, looked at it a little bit, but that's all. Still nothing really healthy here. Looks like the market did try to rebound a little bit yesterday. Looked at the 5-minute chart earlier, and volume wasn't good, so it doesn't point to a large rebound. But we could end up with a one of those bounces like this, coming back up to the trend line. Good shorting opportunity for those you want to short. Shoot, what was I going to look at? I forgot. Wow, looks like IBD's leaderboard trades the SQQQs. Tesla, that's what I was going to look at. Done selling Tesla. Let's take a look. This morning there was quite a bit of volume. So that's a pretty bullish sign. On the daily chart, I was looking for a potential cascade lower here. These kind of walk downs like this, I'm very scared of these price patterns. Very, very scared. I mean, so far the price action this morning is good. I don't know if it's going to lead to, an actual bullish environment for Tesla, but none of the major headwinds have evaporated by any stretch of the imagination. Plus, with the market doing bad stuff, people having to liquidate probably so they can avoid liquidating other things. They sell off things they don't like as much. Tesla has some risk on it at the moment, so there's an interesting article. Tesla continues to drop and is now fallen to roughly half its peak. This is bad, but it's nowhere as bad as Netflix 80% stock decline in 2011. Netflix decline was followed by an 8-year stretch of growth. Will Tesla shareholders be similarly rewarded? Question is whether Netflix 2011 is a comparable proxy for Tesla 2019. Let's take a look. Back in 2011, Netflix announced it had a jarring price increase, and CEO Reed Hastings announced it was separating its streaming business from DVDs. I remember that. In a single quarter, Netflix lost 800,000 subscribers, just over 3% of its subscribers, then sitting at 24 million. I think I subscribed to Netflix at that time, and I think I did cancel. At the core of those costly decisions was the company's belief that their category, streaming, was the future and had a significant upside. They were 100% right. Oh, it's nothing. All right, fair enough. Want to give me the Cliff Notes version there, Eli? Yeah, it's a hard comparison. It's hard to do a $10 service in a $40,000 car. Yeah, garbage article, I agree. Hmm. He's saying Tesla's so low it's a buy just based on the fact that it's just waterfall down. This does go in line. I was actually looking at this chart yesterday with Tesla. Its prior waterfall drop. And so let's take a down about 50%. And of course my line disappears. Why wouldn't it disappear? Not that I want to fucking look at it. God damn it. 53%. On the 9th time it works. Chernobyl didn't have people of color in casting. I'm a firm believer in choose the person for the role. They want to do a... Yeah, I doubt there were very black people in Chernobyl. I agree with you, Eli. That's pretty funny. I'm sorry, I would laugh in their faces on that one. I'm like, dude, it's a story about frickin' Russian people. Not too many black people in Russia. I'm sure there's a few. But I doubt any of them worked at Chernobyl at the time. Actually, I just finished watching that series. That's excellent. That is some of the best TV you're ever gonna see. I mean, really, it's that good. See, here's the thing. Tesla over here had a very clear buy signal. I actually bought it here, so episode 3. Oh, too close to home. Uh, oh, really? Well, that explains a lot. Oh, Chernobyl birth slam. Boom. Spoiler alert, Chernobyl explodes. No, it is. It's got, look, it's got its idiosyncratic problems um, that are noteworthy, but like I'll go into the one that bothers me, and it's nothing that gives anything away on the show. Um, Everyone's got a British accent and other accents. It's like, really? You can't even fake a bad American Russian accent, any of you? It was basically a cast of English people and people performing bad English accents. So, but that was it, man, for me. Other than that, I could care less, though. I mean, everything else was just great. It just really brings to light everything that happened at that site. It's just phenomenal. It's very historically accurate too. I read an article. They said that everything they said in the control rooms were accurate via the information and interviews and stuff. Just amazing. Well, little known fact: Russians of that time period had English accents, so historically accurate. Yeah, I don't think so. Um, but anyway, just super. We actually circled back. My wife missed the first episode, so we circled back and watched part of the first episode. It ended up getting way too late, which is why I wasn't here on time this morning. We ended up staying way too late, rewatching the first episode. Um, but yeah, watch that first episode, and I think there's like 6 of them. So super good show, man. Super super good show. In terms of buying Tesla here, I don't know if I'm on the bandwagon yet of that. There are some signs of some buying. You've got this bar right here. Let me go to my arrow that I can't do what I want to do with it. You got that candle right there. That's a pretty big sell, or I'm sorry, buying signal. Obviously, quite a bit of distribution. Or I'm sorry, accumulation on that day. Yeah, Eli, that's core to the episode. That's core to the show, as a matter of fact. Yeah, they did a very, very good job in that series. Yeah, I know it's too close to home, Eli, but it's done really well. It's done really, really well. It's the pace of the show is kind of like a crawl. It's like a crawling show, but you're like tense the entire time because they do such a good job with the music and everything that it's so crazy. It's not a fast paced show at all, but like like for me, everything's real. It just makes it all that more ominous, and the music is just, oh my god, it's so good. It's got to win some awards. If you guys want to pick a Tesla here, I guess I'm not a massive hater on that, but I will say if you do go into a little market bounce here, Tesla may have an obligatory bounce, and then it may crater right after that. Hard to say exactly, but if you do want to pick some up, I mean 185 is pretty low. Got our bottom here at like 176. No major bottoming candle, however. It's just a normal candle right in line with trend. It did extend the downward movement with elevated volume, which seems normal to me. So I don't know. I mean, it could just bounce out of, like I said, obligatory bounce with the market. The market appears it wants to do that after yesterday's bloodshed. Yesterday got pretty bloody in the market, and we really haven't had a decent bounce since this bounce over here, which was about 3 weeks ago. So we may get another bounce up. But the volume is really the key for me. Um, that was a big block of selling. We need similar buying action to come back. What, that one daily candle, Eli, or which one? Which candle's bullish? There's pretty much just the one, and unfortunately, it's sandwiched by a sea of red. So now it didn't go down much farther than that. So there was a possibility of supportive action, but um, I will say this: a short squeeze should shoot this thing pretty high. IBD stock of the day: buck sell-off stays in the buy zone. AXP, American Express. Really, that's AXP? Oh, that's weird. Cup and handle. Oh, that's probably a deep cup like everything else in the market. Oh no, 21%. It's not bad at all. And yeah, it does stay in a buy zone. There's your buy zone right there. Composite ranking 93. Where the hell? That's dumb. Their website changed without me even doing anything. I scrolled my page and the website changed. 92 composite rating, 85 relative strength rating, holding at the 50-day moving average right now. Check out Soli rocking it today, up 18% after a crazy day yesterday. Look at how small 18% looks on this chart. Just within trend, people. Just within trend. You want to short and get 10%? Go ahead and short it. At some point, you'll get 10% out of this thing. Been so freaking choppy. Trade Desk trying to come back out of a little ninja star pattern. I'm still avoiding the market right now. I'm not going to, nothing. I mean, after the look at yesterday, the charts will be broken for a minute. It's going to take a while for them to come back, barring some very bullish action. Roku actually held up extraordinarily well. I probably would consider a position in Roku if it were to decide to break out. This would definitely be topping my actionable list if I could sort it that way. So very tight action, very little sell-off as the market just gets obliterated. ESNT, this is what I was trying to go back to. This guy holding up pretty well also, respecting the 50-day moving average. I'm not too mad at that. INSG, not so much. And Funko gave up some. Still held up by the 200-day moving average. Workday. See you later, Workday. Workday could be a short on the on 2 more trips to the 50-day if the market stays in a corrective, extended correction, which it definitely could. Nothing's changed on the fundamental front. Macroeconomically, the market's still the same, so there's no change in things here. Let's look at some daily movers. What the heck? Thought I clicked that. Here you go. Daily movers are CLR, which we're fully aware of. Mini MEDX, whatever this is, coming out of some extreme low levels. MRTX, must be a small stock. Oh no, 700,000 average daily volume. That's good. Trade desk, we already looked at them. Oh, there you go. JKS trying to break out of a flat base. I think it's oh nope, too deep for a flat base. It's just a choppy garbage base. So trying to break out of choppy garbage. GRPN. I'm assuming that's Groupon. Huh, that looks like they could do something. Oh, Bed Bath & Beyond. Way down there. Look at the weekly chart. Hitting 1046. Snap actually not looking bad. Snap breaking the long-term trend line from the IPO and actually holding them pretty tight here. %, doesn't qualify as a flat base, but it would qualify as a cup or a saucer pattern. And potentially a double bottom that has already been broken out. And this would be your breakout point. So it would technically still be buyable. In that regard. I don't know. Let's see what everybody has to say about Snapchat. I'm going to assume it's not a tremendous amount of bullish statements. 95 relative strength rating, which is very good. It's composite rating of 73, which is not very good. You want to have at least 85 plus. At least. And they're number 9th in their industry group, which includes Match, Twitter, Interactive Corp, Facebook, and 5 and 8. They don't show us, so. Later, Eli. See you, buddy. Thanks. $41 EPS change last quarter. 0 quarters of EPS acceleration, of course, because they're not profitable yet. 28% EPS change from current quarter. 16% earnings. So the earnings are doing good as of like last quarter, which is probably why it's stabilizing. Annual earnings, of course, is horrible. Sales margin and ROE sales at 39% is pretty good. 3-year sales growth rate 117% is good. Pre-tax margin negative 52% is not good. Debt is 0, which is good. But Wall Street doesn't really give two craps about debt. Market cap $15 billion. 13% change in funds owning stock. 1 quarter of increasing fund ownership, which is pretty good. And they have no news articles outside of something where they talk about Twitter and they're a competitor to Snapchat. So Snap actually not looking bad here. We've crossed the trend line. Let's go bullish on the weekly chart here. See, cross the trend line. There's our IPO high. There's our trend line. We broke the trend line. We're consolidating out of it. From 4 up to 12, we've already gone up over double. And pretty good leg up. I think I'll put that on my actionable list. All right, there it is. It's been promoted. I went the wrong way. Oh, I went way too far. All right. There's Snap. Adobe. Let's take a look at Adobe. Oh, yes, sir, Bob, it did. Doesn't do that very often. So cracked beneath its 50-day moving average here, and pausing at the 200-day. We'll see what happens at the 200-day. It doesn't get down here that often. So there's your 40-week. That's akin to your 200-day moving average. We undercut in the latter part of last year, and this year we're still above it. So we'll see what happens with it. Yeah, definitely taking it on the chin. This is probably just a dead cat bounce in the markets. I mean, more than likely, barring any major news, which I don't see anything on the horizon. So we do start bouncing up. Don't get unless there's reasons to be bullish. Don't get super bullish. Trade tensions decrease. Don't rule out a June rate cut due to collapsing inflation signs. What collapsing inflation? No collapsing inflation. Why would they cut rates? They got to raise rates. Stupid. Interesting. This guy's fairly bullish, but Mitzer could be chopped going into the election of 2020. GPK, let's take a look. Yeah, going opposite today too. Red on a green day. Yeah, nothing doing there. It is bouncing a little bit off of that 200-day moving average, but no major. I mean, look at the weekly chart. It's been difficult to trade. Bye, babe. Tim Cook says Apple is not a monopoly. I would kind of have to agree with Tim Cook on that. No, they're by far not the largest maker of anything. Maybe iPads, that's about it. But that doesn't make you a monopoly. Just because they make a lot, yeah, just because they make a lot of money doesn't mean they're a monopoly. Those are two completely different things. they're saying they shouldn't have their own marketplace and sell their own products. I would kind of agree with that, actually. It doesn't make them a monopoly, but maybe they should be mandated to, like, I think Amazon or Apple doesn't allow Amazon on their platform. Why not? You know? All right, Amazon dove hard yesterday. On vacation and missed all of that. You're still in the middle of it. We haven't really bounced that far. China warns citizens against travel to the U.S. Ah, look at that. An economic war. Can't argue with that. Safety warning for Chinese citizens and companies in the U.S. Okay. That's funny. Yeah, Citibank's having a good day. What's your volume like? Looks okay. I would argue it looks fine. All right, let's go back to our actionable list and let's see if anything is moving in a direction. Trade Desk looks like it's continuing a little bit of a bullish pop here. Snap looking better, but not quite there yet. Netflix, DocuSign hasn't broken trend. That's intriguing. They have earnings. I think it's today. Oh no, 2 days. So Thursday. Thursday for DocuSign. That's going to be interesting. Winnebago holding nice and strong. Roku similar. MDB, MongoDB actually holding pretty strong too. Xilinx, Xilinx, not bad at the 200-day moving average. A bounce up from this area could be a pretty nice play. I don't know if anything's changed with Xilinx since their earnings report, but pretty large gap down on earnings, and so far it hasn't attempted a rally. Let's take a look at that. XIL or XLNX. 94 composite rating, third in its industry group. Designs field programmable gate arrays and complex programmable logic devices. AI market growing. So 34% change last quarter in earnings per share. Looks like that was the lowest in a since the previous quarter. There's 0 quarters of EPS acceleration, so that may be why they took it on the chins. A little bit of slowing growth. 3-year EPS growth rate's only 17%, which isn't very good. All right, so Zil looks okay. Fox giving up a lot this morning. Twilio trying to hold on to those highs. Trying really hard right now. That was a pretty good day. Look at that volume they dumped into that stock. Coming back down to that 122.5 level. Looks like that's where they bought it up from. Been support here once in the past. Let's see if it acts it again. Looks like we're almost destined to head at least back down in that direction. We've covered the gap from this morning. So Twilio, would be interesting to see how this one works its way out of this if it can. So some very selective bounces in stocks. Some are just obligatory bounces after the crazy red day yesterday. Others are some actual moves. But there's less of those than there are just obligatory bounces. All right, I'm going to go through this global watches and I'm going to bounce, guys. Got to get my kids out of here this morning, so I'm going to go make sure they remember how to get dressed. Booking.com, booking.yeah, how are you looking? Not bad. Tesla looks like it's coming up to that trend line for this most recent downtrend. We'll see if that holds. Again, if you guys want to start buying some Tesla for longer term holds, I do not believe Tesla is a tradable asset. It's just too crazy. But if you do want to put some money in for longer term, I think that would be good. I still believe in Tesla. I'm really debating on whether I should put a very large investment in Tesla or not, or I should just do a small one. At these levels, it's hard not to look at that stock and think to yourself, yeah, there's value down here. We've been cut in half in a stock that is a company that's just growing rapidly. Even if their growth settles down, it still is worth, good amount of money. SIVB undercut lows or recent lows right there. Beyond Meat getting pretty, I won't say tight. There'll be some good buys whenever this market shakes itself loose. Get this damn trade war out of the way. I kind of get why Trump did it. Some of his sentiment is accurate, others is not accurate. The trade deficit, I don't know if that's something we can negotiate our way out of. We just buy more stuff from China than China buys from us. It's fairly simple math. But the intellectual property, I think, is the major thing that I'm aware of that I think we should actually take a stance over at some point. I do agree with him on that. Whether this is the right way to do it can be argued. But they're not gonna do anything lightly. I will say that they're not just gonna say, okay, yeah, we'll stop stealing all of your intellectual property secrets. We'll stop hacking into Boeing and Lockheed Martin to get your next generation fighter secrets. Yeah, we'll stop doing that. Sure, won't happen. Probably won't even stop happening after this negotiation thing is over with. I think probably just a very more direct approach where the U.S. State Department, they have to host those documents on a state-approved server or something like that. To be honest with you, this is what I thought they should do for a while. They should take those state secrets and they should reprogram the computer from the ground up, including how the network works, and build their own parallel network that would take China freaking years to decode how it works. Fortinet. Oh my goodness. Haven't looked at this stock in a while. It's down here at 71. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. Wow. That's why you exit stocks when they don't start acting right, or before earnings. That won't happen to be before earnings. ZTS. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not sure if it's buyable here, but yeah, it was almost a base. Came close. No, it didn't. Didn't come close. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna get out of here. Obligatory bounces today. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Yeah, if we get a bounce back up into that trend line, that could be a good shorting opportunity for our next round of sells, as long as nothing really changes fundamentally in the marketplace. We should continue this corrective action, but you will get these bounces from time to time. We've been talking about this one for a while. It just hasn't happened yet. Remember we broke 73 up here? Weren't talking about that number, but we talked about breaking that low right there. Look at that cascade lower from 73 all the way down to undercutting 7K, 69.50. So a bounce seems normal from here. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get out of here. Have a good day. See you guys later in the stocks or the Crypto Power Hour. Other than that, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.